Hey guys, I want to talk a little bit today about if you are a loner in life like me. I know that sounds a little bit funny, and I kind of say that in jest, but there is an element of truth to that I want to outline in detail to you guys today. And I'm always trying to give you suggestions about how you can, I don't want to say combat this, but just go through life in this way. I I've got plenty of friends, guys. I have people that I hang out with when I have the time or when they have the time, more specifically. A lot of the times, unfortunately, um, I'm I'm a little bit later on in life. Let's say I'm late 30s right now. Most of my friends at this point, they've all gotten married, they've had kids, they're doing all that kind of stuff. So, needless to say, their lives are just in a different place. It does not facilitate us getting together normally as we used to be able to do several times a week. Maybe it is what it is, and that's just a part of life. I'm not saying I hate that. I'm just saying it is what it is. But to further that, I've also always been a very independent person. I appreciate my own time. I like my own time. I like to do the things I like to do. I do love to socialize, but I also like just doing my own thing. That's just who I am. And so, whoever you are out there, if you're listening, if any of that jives with you and you're in the same sort of place in life or you are of that same mindset, that's totally cool. And it's not a bad way to go through life. But there are going to be times when you want to get out and do stuff, you want to go out and have fun, you want to go out and meet new people. And I want to give you guys a couple suggestions of things you can do if you are in that same mode of life as I am. So right now I've just got two suggestions for you today. The first thing I want to talk about is just, getting involved with things that you can sign up for. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. I've been wanting to get back into skiing for the last couple of years, and I want to get up to the slopes. I live a couple hours away from a mountain area where I can go up and go skiing. But of course, like any one of my buddies, I can't just be like, hey, I'm going skiing on a Wednesday. Do you want to go up there with me? Like, they're like, A, no, first of all, I work a normal schedule. And B, like, I've got my kids and wife at home. There's no freaking way I can do that. So it's like, you know, if you were the type of person that restrained yourself and waited your whole life to go have people to do stuff like this with, you would never do it. You probably wouldn't have as much fun. You might not meet new people in the process, and that's certainly an element of this that I always enjoy. But like I was starting to say, the suggestion being something you can sign up for. So there's this little ski bus thing that I just got online. I googled it. There's a little ski bus trip that goes every weekend, leaves from my close to my hometown here. You just pay the bus ticket price. You hop on the bus, you get a lift ticket, you go up and back in the same day. And you're going to subject yourself to a situation where you're just meeting other people that are probably doing the exact same thing that you're doing. Or if not, there's going to be groups of friends and people that are doing it as well. But either way, number one, you're still not letting your loner nature, quote unquote, restrain you from doing fun, cool shit. Number two, it's easy to meet people in those situations where everybody's out there having fun. You're by yourself. I've just always found it easier to socialize with other people. You never know. You might walk away with some new friends and just a positive experience. So things like that, there's all kinds of stuff, whatever it is that you're into, there's things that you can just sign up for. Okay, get on Eventbrite, get on like meetup.com, get on whatever. Find something you can sign up for. Okay, you don't have to do this all the time, but maybe once a month you do something like this. It's really cool, in my opinion. The second thing is I actually use TripAdvisor a lot when I'm traveling. It's really cool to figure out just little day trips or fun things to do. But what occurred to me a while back is like you can actually use TripAdvisor close to where you're living at and have a lot of fun with that as well. So odds are wherever you are in the world, you're probably living somewhat close to a major metropolitan area, hopefully, or if not, there's certainly something going on in your area, and hopefully you can tap this resource. But let's just take my example once again. I live about an hour outside of the big city here where I'm at, and you hop on TripAdvisor, and it's like you could do the same sort of approach, like just sign up for something. So I could sign up for a little day trip to whatever, some cool little thing that tourists typically want to do. You could go yourself, you could sign up for it, you can meet other people, you can meet other travelers, you can just have a fun day. You could experience something you might not otherwise experience if you were just waiting for your friends to tag along with you, kind of thing. So that's one option. And the other one that I found is really cool, if you do like to go out at night and have some drinks and do that sort of thing on a Friday night, Saturday night, there's a pub crawl pretty much in every big city, everywhere around the world. I've found all these years I've been traveling. So like sign up for the little local pub crawl in your little local city. pretend, or you don't have to be pretend, but just, be a stranger or a tourist in your own town or your own area. Those things have been so fun for me. I've always met, really cool people from around the world. I've met other folks that I became friends with. I got to be friends to the point where when I would go out and travel to other places, I always had somebody to hit up in another country. It was just a cool way to meet some new people. But all that said, if you were to wait for your friends, to hold yourself back from going out on a Friday or Saturday night to have some drinks, if that's just what you like to do, you don't have to do that. Yeah, you can always go out by yourself and just do your own thing. But if you want to join up with a group, the pub crawl thing is a really neat thing that you can tap into. So those two examples, guys, I hope that provides you a little bit of insight into just how I live my life, and hopefully it's something you can partake in too. But the biggest thing, guys, is don't hold yourself back from living just because you're waiting for other people to do shit. Your whole life's going to go by you, and I can't tell you the volume and the amount of fun that I'm having when I have these sorts of nights, as opposed to the nights when I go hang out with my little familiar friend group. I mean, it stands to say that anytime you're having a new experience and you're doing it with new people, it's generally positive. At least it has been for me, and hopefully you can see the value in that and look at it the same way. So, all right, guys, hope you're having a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.